The champagne pops. The clock strikes 12. But New Year's isn't won at midnight. It's won on the gridiron. Every snap, every number, every edge that matters. Don't just watch the ball drop. Watch the odds drop. College football playoff coverage. Live lines. Smart analysis. All New Year's Day. Only on SportsGrid.
Sometimes those coaches do get the axe regardless of what the owner said just a few short weeks ago. And sometimes, Joe, you can't have it both ways. Like a Jets fan, you probably want them to tank. They're doing a really good job of that by not even being competitive at this point. But at the same time, you sort of want it to be, yeah, we're not competitive winning games, but it looks like we have a future. We might have found our quarterback. We got a good foundation. Nothing is going right.
The Early Line, only on SportsGrid.
I mean, they couldn't get the Arizona State coach to come out. They couldn't get the BYU coach to leave their job. I mean, it's just very odd, I feel, when we watch this whole thing play out and try and really understand what happened here with Michigan not being able to make some of the splashier hires that they thought they were going to be able to make.
Game time decisions, only on SportsGrid.
Crosby has now left the team, by the way. He's pissed. Anyway, look at he's angry. He wants to play. He doesn't like what they're doing here. There's all sort of speculation.
This might be the final straw, George, for him there.
Like,
I don't know why he stays. Yeah, I know. The thing is, he's got a Raider freaking tattoo. Like, the guy loves the Raiders. Like, he really does love playing for the Raiders. But and now, like you said, he's not happy about this.
In-game live, only on SportsGrid.
All right, welcome to the Craig Carton Show. Tyrone A. Johnson there, as always, in the spirit. Let's put them on just for a second. These cheap dollar store sunglasses as we get ready to bring in 2026.
Premium item, what you're talking about.
By the way, we spare no expense here at the Craig Carton Show. Everybody gets 2026 glasses.
That's right.
For those of you that are wearing adult diapers, getting ready to spend the next 14 hours in Times Square, God bless you. We got you covered here today.
There you go.
And do have a great show for you. I appreciate, obviously, you being here. I do want to say this just right out of the gate. When you start a brand new podcast or show like this, regardless of whatever success you may have had in your career prior to that, there's no guarantee that the audience is going to find you, especially when the new project is never promoted, is never marketed, and nobody but you tells anybody that the show exists.
Yes.
Which is frankly kind of the spot we're in right here. But gratefully and graciously, I want to thank all of you because you've made this 1 hour podcast a huge success. We now have over 140 million views on all social media platforms. It's one of the fastest growing shows in the sports world that exists on the planet today. And we are committed to continuing it and bringing you this content every day moving forward. And we're blessed. We have more than 40,000 unique viewers on all the fast channels out there. Like I said, 140 million views aggregated thus far since the show started on September 4th. Over 500,000 subscribers / followers on our social media platforms. And grateful to Fox, grateful to Red Seat Ventures, and grateful to SportsGrid for giving us this great platform and making sure people can find it and enjoy it. Now promote it. Now market it and watch what'll happen.
Yeah, that's right.
Watch what'll happen after that.
Excited for the show today. Also excited for 2026.
Yeah, and let's just get into it because a crazy day yesterday if your last name is Diggs.
Oh, yeah.
So first, I guess if you do it chronologically, we found out about Stephon Diggs' story first.
Yes.
He, of course, the very talented wide receiver, New England Patriots, about to have 1,000 yards, believe it or not, for the New England Patriots this year. And on December 2nd, there's an allegation. So only a couple weeks ago, that Stephon Diggs allegedly, because right now it's alleged, obviously, strangled, choked out, and threw his private chef around a house that he owns because she came to him saying, "You owe me money." And there's some dispute over salary and her payment to be a private chef. There's nothing sexual about this allegation. I want to be clear about that because there was another case that came out yesterday, another gal claiming that he's the father of her child,
right?
Which is a separate story. Nothing illegal about that.
Yeah, that was consensual according to her.
So he's got a felony strangulation charge. He's got a misdemeanor charge of assault being filed against him now as well. And here's what's interesting about that. What's interesting about it is the New England Patriots and the NFL once again prove, something that we've come to sadly understand and know about them. They don't care. They don't. They can put out all the pamphlets they want. They can spray paint all the messages they want in the back of end zones. When it comes to bodily harm against an innocent victim, they don't care. The only thing they kind of care about now is gambling scandals. Like if you're rumored to have been involved in a gambling scandal, or they think you might have given, information to someone who then wagered on that information, they don't wait for you to be proven guilty. They suspend you. And they suspend you because they're kind of playing on both sides of the deck, where they want you to think that they care about the integrity of the sport, but they really don't care about the integrity of the sport. And the way they prove to you that they do is by suspending guys before those guys were ever tried in a court of law.
Right.
Right?
They could be completely innocent, but they're out of there because of
as soon as they think that you might have done something untoward in the gambling world,
bang,
you don't get to defend yourself.
Nope.
You don't get to have your day in court. You're immediately suspended.
Immediately.
And then eventually you get to prove your innocence or not, right?
Yep.
But when it comes to allegations of physical violence, specifically physical violence against women, let's call it the way it is. They don't really care. The New England Patriots don't care. The New England Patriots recognize that Stephon Diggs is a great football player. And Stephon Diggs has been in this year, first year in New England, a great football player.
Yep.
All right, with a young quarterback. And Stephon Diggs gives the New England Patriots a better shot of winning another Super Bowl. If you take Stephon Diggs off the field, you're taking about 70 yards a game off the field for Drake May.
That's right.
Other guys now have to step up. Maybe they're capable of it. Maybe they're not. We're never going to find out because Stephon Diggs denies all the charges against him. I don't know if he did it. I don't know. I have no idea if he did it or not. It'll play out in court. It'll play out with lawyers, and one day we'll get to the bottom of it. But in the meantime, New England is saying, well, Stephon Diggs categorically denies all the charges against him, and we look forward to him suiting up on Sunday, right? And we'll have no further comment at this time. Mm-hmm. And I'm saying to myself, why is it that we're so quick to pull the trigger on suspending guys for other things, but even today, with all the stuff that we've seen, all the stuff we've witnessed, all the nasty, dirty things that a handful, not a lot of guys, a handful of guys are accused of, are convicted of, some exonerated of, why is it that when it comes to allegations of physical violence against innocent women, does the NFL collectively, and in this case the New England Patriots, just turn a blind eye to it and say, well, he's going to help us win football games, so we're going to let him play?
It's because...
walk me through that.
Well, it's because, and this is unfortunate, because the majority of the fans in this specific way also don't care. What
Agreed.
I mean is...
100% good point.
Fans are not going to not watch the games because Diggs is playing.
I'll do you one better. Patriot fans want Stephon Diggs on that field.
Absolutely.
Now, this might turn out to be a meaningless game this Sunday based on what the Denver Broncos do. Number one seed is still up for grabs. But you're right. So I should have added that. That's a very good point. The NFL doesn't care. We agree to that.
Yes.
The Patriots don't care.
Absolutely
We agree to that.
Yeah.
But maybe worse all, the fans don't care.
Yep.
And I get it. I totally understand that. If you're a diehard New England Patriot fan, You don't have to have Stephon Diggs into your home. Stephon Diggs doesn't have to babysit your kids. Stephon Diggs isn't dating your daughter. So why do you care what he might have done? As long as he plays and helps my team try to win a Super Bowl, I'm good with Stephon Diggs playing. And I know I'm on a soapbox on this. I know I'm preaching to the choir. And yes, you can look back in my past and say, well, wait a minute. Weren't you supportive of Ray Rice? Yes, I was. Ray Rice and I grew up in the same town, and we are dear, very close personal friends, and I don't turn my back on a personal friend. But what Ray Rice did was disgusting.
Of course it was.
I'll be the first guy to tell you that. And Ray Rice should have been suspended for what he did. So you can kind of walk that line of acknowledging that someone did something bad, acknowledging that someone should have been suspended for what they did, and also be a supportive friend to that person. I don't know Stephon Diggs. I'm not a Patriots fan. I don't work for the NFL. But I can tell you, I read the police report. I can tell you that this does not come across to me like a woman trying to get a payday. It's not a sexual case either. She's not claiming I got a baby by this guy and I want money. What she is claiming, though, is I worked for the man. I provided a service to him and his family, and I just want to be paid for that service. I am a professional chef, and he owes me money for cooking for him and his family. And I read the report. And again, I don't know what's right, what's not right, but this does not come across to me like a money grab situation. It really doesn't.
It doesn't. We'll find out, obviously, going forward.
Yeah.
But this was the start of the Antonio Brown thing. The first thing he was accused of, not paying his chef, and now it's attempted murder.
It did get there pretty quick.
Yeah, I'm saying it escalated quick.
I think it went to fake COVID cards and attempted murder.
Boom.
We'll get into his brother's situation in Dallas right after this.
Already been doing some work in golf, doing some work in racing. And he said, dial into this call. And they put up this deck about what TGL is going to be. This is like 4 years ago at this point. And I was like, how have I not seen this on social? This is the Tiger's involved, Rory's involved. There's a screen. I was like, this is crazy. We were all texting each other like, is this for real? And that's really where it started.
The Smiley Show, only on SportsGrid.
Sometimes those coaches do get the axe regardless of what the owner said just a few short weeks ago. And sometimes, Joe, you can't have it both ways. Like a Jets fan, you probably want them to tank. They're doing a really good job of that by not even being competitive at this point. But at the same time, you sort of want it to be, yeah, we're not competitive winning games, but it looks like we have a future. We might have found our quarterback. We got a good foundation. Nothing is going right.
The Early Line, only on SportsGrid.
Like Alabama, right? Is there a team that scores more than Alabama? No, right? But they're actually an under team over the last couple of years because their numbers are so high. You get these Americans in Queens College or Denver. Who the hell's betting on them, right? Nobody. So the lines stay low. They're just like, no one's hopping all over them. But every time you see an Alabama game, you're betting over, but you're losing money because the numbers are so big.
In-game live, only on SportsGrid.
The champagne pops. The clock strikes 12. But New Year's isn't one at midnight. It's one on the gridiron. Every snap, every number, every edge that matters. Don't just watch the ball drop. Watch the odds drop. College football playoff coverage. Live lines. Smart analysis. All New Year's Day. Only on SportsGrid.
All right, welcome back to the Craig Carton Show. So Stephon Diggs, felony charges against him for allegedly beating up his former private chef. And then you get the news later in the day yesterday that Trayvon Diggs, who's a $100 million man for the Dallas Cowboys. Remember a couple of years ago, they signed him to the big contract. He was a shutdown cornerback, had led the league in interceptions, all the stuff. Yeah. Then he tears the ACL, obviously, and all that. So the story there, which I'm not quite buying right now, is that Trayvon Diggs, after the last Cowboy game, went to head coach, right? And said, look, would it be okay if I stay in Washington and I don't get on the team charter back to Dallas? My family, as you know, lives in Washington. I'm going to go back anyway. Would it be okay with you guys if I just stay in Washington after the game against the Commodores, and then I'll come back? I won't miss any team functions, but I just don't want to fly back with the team and have to get on a second plane from Dallas back to Washington to spend some of the holidays with my family, which seems like a pretty reasonable request if you ask me.
And I know for a fact a lot of other players have made that request over the years.
On different teams as well.
Or different teams, and it's usually granted. Unless there's an injury where, no, we want you to get treatment now.
Yeah.
The answer is almost always yes.
So Brian Schottenheimer said no. Now, look, it's his right to say no. He's the boss. He's the head coach. And it became an issue, apparently, between Diggs and Brian Schottenheimer that Brian wanted him on the team plane for whatever the reason is. And Diggs said, but Coach, as soon as we land in Dallas, we have the next couple of days off anyway. I'm just going to fly back to Washington. Why not make it easier for me?
Right.
So obviously there's something else going on there, personality-wise between the head coach and between Trayvon Diggs. So the Cowboys did something I can't remember Jerry Jones ever doing. Maybe as you have a name for me. I don't know that anyone, frankly, in my lifetime has ever done this. He's one of your, Deron Bland, obviously, the starting quarterback, who's really good too. Trayvon Diggs is a stud. Trayvon Diggs may have fallen off from where he was before the ACL, but he's still a really good, competent cornerback. The Dallas Cowboys cut him. Full release. He loses out on a bunch of money, but none of the money was guaranteed anyway. So the Cowboys could have cut him whenever they wanted to, next year, tomorrow, the next day, that kind of thing. So it's not like they took away guaranteed money. But now Trayvon Diggs is no longer a Cowboy. And here's the interesting part of this. He is available today to be signed. So pick a playoff team. Pick a team right now that you could say one of their weaknesses is stopping the pass.
Well,
and you want some maybe nickel help, dime help, third and long help. I'm not saying he becomes your starting cornerback, but you recognize having another quality defensive back is going to help your defense maybe win a Super Bowl. Well, he's available.
He's available. Adam Schefter went on Philadelphia radio this morning and claims the Eagles are already kicking the tires. He has to clear waivers because they have Adoree Jackson as basically the weak link on now. The last 8 weeks, the best defense in the sport the last 8 weeks. They're going to kick the tires, and if he clears waivers, and then you bring him in, if he plays above Adoree Jackson, fine. If not, then fine, you have more depth now.
I mean, and by the way, if I'm any team, if I'm one of the 14 teams, obviously there's a couple teams still fighting, for that last spot, Pittsburgh and Baltimore, which is a Sunday night's game. I kick the tires, 100%.
Yeah.
Like, why wouldn't you? Like, if I'm San Francisco, and by the way, I'll tell you every team right now. There's not a team in football right now today that couldn't use an extra defensive back. And I'm saying maybe you love your starting cornerbacks, but it's a passing league, man. And if I can give you a top-line cornerback to help out your nickel, your dime, your third and long defense, every team. Now, if you told me there's something else going on that's not been reported yet, which I believe is the case, but it might be just a personal thing. Coach and player don't like each other.
Right. It could be.
Happens all the time.
He could have been super disrespectful once he got told no.
100%.
He might have fired off, and you had to cut him because what he said made it to where he couldn't come back.
Yeah, there are certain words you can still say to a head coach.
And they go, what?
And it's not how good you are. You get cut.
Yeah.
And maybe that's what happened here.
It may not be criminal.
Right.
Yeah.
So the Diggs family had a tough day yesterday.
Yeah.
Trayvon gets cut. No more money coming his way. Stephon Diggs looking at a felony strangulation case. Here's a lesson I learned a long time ago. And I learned it when Stephon Diggs was a young wide receiver for the Minnesota Vikings and came on the scene as one of the great young wide receivers in football. And that's what he has been. He's going to have Hall of Fame numbers, by the way, when his career is over, okay? But they did like this time of year, like a friendly, ask the guys in the locker room, questions about other guys in the locker room.
Yeah, a bunch of teams released theirs today.
The standard question was, who's the one guy on the roster that you would not let your sister date?
Ooh.
Okay?
Yeah.
And the answer, and you can look the video up so you know I'm not BSing you, every single player on the Minnesota Vikings said Stephon Diggs, that they would not let their sister date Stephon Diggs. And now you know why. the dude's got like 7 kids with 7 women, right?
Yeah.
There's no loyalty there. There's no, I'm going to be a good dad there. It's, I'm not covering it up, and I'm going wherever I want to go type of dude, right?
Yes, this video's now 8 years old.
Yeah.
I found it very quickly, and it was unanimous.
Unanimous. Stephon Diggs is the guy. So it might be a good lesson for all NFL teams out there. You know, the next generation of Diggs, if they're great athletes, don't sign them. Because nothing good comes from having a Diggs on your roster. Apparently, right?
No, apparently not. And then Cardi, they're asking Cardi about it. Cardi was Stephon. She goes, look, when I found out a lot of this stuff, I was already pregnant. She was like, what do you want me to do now?
Right.
I don't have a time machine.
And by the way, the story with Cardi B, who's quite famously dating Stephon Diggs, that it's like the rap version of Travis Kelce
and Taylor Swift.
Right. What's crazy about that story, again, this is an allegation, is that when Cardi B found out that the private chef for Stephon Diggs was going to go to the police, she apparently offered her a check. And the woman goes, it's not about that. I don't want your money. I just want the money I'm owed for cooking for you and his family. So the story's going to get uglier. But yeah, Trayvon Diggs is available. And again, I don't care which of the 14 teams you're talking about. I will guarantee you that Trayvon Diggs will be on an NFL roster the first week of the playoffs. There's no doubt in my mind about that.
Now, the question is then, if you believe in him and you're a non-playoff team, then
I don't sign him.
Do you claim him off waivers to hope that you have him next year?
I don't think so. I think, and if you're him, the only teams you're talking to right now,
right? You just don't report.
Yeah, the only teams I'm even willing to talk to right now are a playoff team. I'll worry about next year. But right now, I got a shot to play playoff football because the Cowboys cut me. I'm playing playoff football. I want to show it to the Dallas Cowboys what a terrible mistake they made by playing playoff football a week from Sunday. That's what I'm going to do. Coming up, LeBron James' birthday game. Woo! LeBron James gets that news today. What is today?
Today's his birthday.
Oh, I'm sorry. The greatest birthday gift that LeBron James has ever gotten is the reality, the smack in the face that he's no longer an all-star.
The Craig Carton Show. Only on SportsGrid.
Maybe if the Raiders draft Mendoza, they don't want to rush him into it. Maybe the Colts want Rodgers to be the stopgap in between Daniel Jones coming back. Maybe the Cardinals need to figure something out. Maybe the Browns, if they don't draft. None of that to me feels a 0% chance. I just think it's interesting.
Game time decisions. Only on SportsGrid.
I know exactly what Patriot Nation is screaming this morning. It's Drake May time. Give him the trophy. MVP. Stop it, please. Just sit down. Yes, Drake May has had a nice season. But let's be real. He has played a JV schedule of defenses. He is carving up the easiest slate of defenses in the NFL this season. Congratulations on your beatdown of the Jets.
The Early Line. Only on SportsGrid.
The champagne pops. The clock strikes 12. But New Year's isn't one at midnight. It's one on the gridiron. Every snap, every number, every edge that matters. Don't just watch the ball drop. Watch the odds drop. College football playoff coverage. Live lines. Smart analysis. All New Year's Day. Only on SportsGrid.
Hi, welcome back to the Craig Carton Show. Once a year, It's very popular to give out awards and top 5 lists and Mount Rushmore lists and all that. So we have now, for the first time ever, the 2025 White Boy Awards.
Wow.
So
look at that. That's exciting. That's exciting. Wow.
Excited about that.
I'm so happy.
Let me just see what's part of the White Boy Awards there on screen. You got Seinfeld.
Yep.
You got some pickleball.
Yep, that's fairly white.
Looks like you got some
saltine crackers.
Saltine? That's a white thing?
Unless you're sick.
When did saltine crackers become a white boy thing?
I've never seen a black person eat a saltine who didn't have a fever.
Is that right?
That plus ginger ale's medicine.
Okay.
It's medicine.
Billy Joel. Okay,
Absolutely.
sure. And skiing.
Skis. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, this is offensive.
Hey, if anybody sees any people that are on a ski trip, if they see a black person there, tell them they owe me a thank you. I am the Jackie Robinson of black skiing.
Oh, you're of black skiing?
Yeah, first person.
Yeah, or they were kidnapped.
Check on them. Check on them and then say, you should thank Tyrone. Okay, this place.
Tyrone's the first black guy to ski.
Yeah, Wyndham, New York. Yeah, went up to the Catskills. Yeah.
All right, well, they're skiing there, so maybe that's Tyrone skis are there as well. All right, so we have some honorable mentions.
Okay.
If you want those first.
Yeah, let's do those first because, it was a big year. Oh, you want those last?
You want the honorable mentions last? All right. Honorable mentions go last. So, number 5, your White Boy Awards for 2025, New York Knickerbocker, Tyler Kolek.
Okay. Listen. He was fun on Christmas Day, for example, watching. He was great. He made some play. The Garden loves him.
Garden loves
him.
Dude, we haven't had a white guy since Dave DeBuscher.
There you go. Oh, my God. I remember Bill Bradley. This dude better. I saw some old cat saying that. Yeah.
I mean, there was Jeremy Lin if he came in between white guys.
Yeah. My goodness gracious. Hartenstein doesn't count.
Hartenstein's not white.
He's a black guy.
Hartenstein's a black guy.
Ethan's been trying to claim him the whole time we've been doing this show.
I did, too, until I found out his dad was Germany. Or in Germany as a military man, and is black. He looks just like him, but darker. His dad. He looks just like his dad, just so
darker.
Tyler Kolek, congratulations. You come in 5th. You're on the board there. Number 4, the most overhyped quarterback in the history of New York football, Jackson Dart.
He's had a year, though.
He's had a hell of a year.
He's had a year. He's in the streets. Getting concussions, getting women. He's doing everything.
Had a hell of a year.
Yeah.
All right, number 3 on the 2025 White Boy Awards is one of the favorites for NFL MVP, New England Patriots starting quarterback, Drake May.
Yes.
And the reason Stafford's not there in the White Boy Awards is that he's been around too long.
Yeah.
Like Drake May's only in his 2nd year.
Right.
And Drake May's a legitimate MVP candidate, so he made it as a finalist for the 2025 White Boy Awards, okay? Number 2 on the list, excuse me. And this is stereotypical. Dude was a lacrosse star.
Yeah.
Was one of the best lacrosse players, matter of fact, in the country.
He was.
Well, coming out of college. Pat Spencer, who's now in the NBA.
In the NBA for the Warriors. But the thing he's most known for is that classy mustache.
Yes, he's got the porno white guy mustache.
That's right. He's allowed to do that again.
But there are people telling me in my life, because Gary Gates, the greatest lacrosse player, not named Jim Brown of all time, that this guy might have been better at lacrosse.
People really love him.
There's just no money in lacrosse.
Right. And to his credit, he went from scoring less than a point a game. He's like in the rotation now. He's not like a star, but he's on the Warriors rotation.
He's on the court.
Yeah.
But the number 1 white boy of 2025 has got to be Philadelphia Eagle Cooper DeJean.
That is right.
Yeah.
All right.
Number 1, Cooper DeJean plays a non-white position.
Yes.
According to many people.
He gets, we're going to keep it real. He gets 100 bonus points for being a white corner. We haven't seen one since Seahorn. We haven't. And you saw the kind of women he was getting back in the day.
Yes.
Seahorn was in the
Angie
streets
Harmon.
as well. Yep, married Angie Harmon. I think they've since divorced because he's not a corner anymore.
Cooper DeJean is dating Nikki Bella.
Yeah.
WWE fame.
Yeah.
She's 42, he's 22.
He knows what it is.
So congratulations.
He likes a woman with some seasoning.
Cooper, and a Philly I call Jean.
Yeah.
Cooper DeJean.
Yes.
Cooper DeJean is your white boy of 2025. Now, there were some honorable mentions.
Oh, there were.
If I may.
Okay.
Honorable mention number 1, former Major League Baseball player, Sammy Sosa.
Oh, wait, what?
Got an honorable mention right there. Yeah.
I mean, he is pretty Caucasian these days.
He's either him or Michael Jackson. We want the guy that's still alive.
Yeah, he's alive.
The next honorable mention is a tough one for me, but I got to give it to you. Venus and Serena Williams.
Oh.
Yeah.
Common, you messed this up. You see, yep, they're not gonna come home. They where they are.
Venus and Serena are honorable mentions there.
That's fair.
The star of the worst movie I've seen in a decade in the theaters, Timothy Chalamet.
There you go.
He's got Kylie Jenner. He's a great actor.
Yeah, he's doing well.
And your number one honorable mention is a huge guy I'm a fan of. I feel like I discovered him before anybody else, doing a rap music video on TikTok.
Oh, wow.
Jelly Roll.
Oh, I saw him in concert this year.
So
it's good list.
The first annual White Boy Awards are now official. Thank you for watching.
Let's play a little buy or sell. I think it's pretty evident that despite being one of the best tight ends in the history of the NFL, Travis Kelce's play and physicality and everything, with all due respect, took a big step back. This was easily his worst physical season of all. He just didn't look like himself. Travis Kelce will retire after the season. Buy or sell?
Yeah, I'm probably 60-40 on this that he retires. The only thing I'd say that maybe he returns is because he doesn't want to end the way it ended, not making the playoffs and that sort of thing. But let's just say for Gales at Mahomes, he isn't going to be ready for September or October. And unless they get a really good veteran quarterback, maybe he doesn't want to deal with that either. Go through a training camp and you may not make the playoffs either next year. So I'm probably 60-40. I think he's done. Too bad. Hall of Fame career. I guess good luck with Travis Swift and your podcast with Jason.
I'm buying this. Andy Reid addressing this question this week. Why? He could have just deferred and said, I don't know, we'll see. Fully answered the question about this maybe being his last game. What does that tell you? He knows. Everybody knows. I'm not 60-40, 90-10. I'm on buy. Bo Nix versus Caleb Williams. You'd rather have Nix over Caleb Williams in a dynasty league.
That's a tough one. I think I'm going to go Caleb here, mainly because he has more running ability than Nix. I think he'll also stay healthier than Nix. I might like his receivers more as well. He's got Dunze. He's got you got DJ Moore. You got the good tight ends here. Probably do lean towards Williams here. Not by a hell of a lot. It wouldn't be an easiest choice here, but I'm going to go with Caleb Williams here.
I would agree. It's not that I think that Ben Johnson is a better coach than Sean Payton. I think Ben Johnson is better for Caleb Williams than Sean Payton will be for Bo Nix. I think running is going to be a big part of what Denver does in the future. So there you go. I'll sell.
Fantasy Sports Today. Friday, starting at 3 p.m. Only on SportsGrid.
All right, welcome back to the Craig Carton Show. Happy New Year, of course. We're how many hours away? 12 and a half hours away, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Australia's already celebrated it. Some other countries, I guess, have as well. I don't know. Not quite sure about the whole time zone thing. I do have a friend, a dear friend of mine, Kevin Connolly, from Entourage fame.
Yeah.
He, when he was single, he and Leonardo DiCaprio and a bunch of guys were friendly with very wealthy Far East businessman.
Okay.
All right. And they try to pull off something that, to my knowledge, they're the only ones that have done it. Now, I'm sure other people have, but it's hard to do.
Yeah.
And that is celebrate 3 New Year's Eves in one night.
Oh, yeah.
So they were in Australia when New Year's Eve hit in Australia.
All right.
Right after New Year's Eve hit in Australia, they got on a plane, a private jet.
Yeah.
They flew the private jet to America.
Okay.
They celebrated New Year's Eve, I want to say New York.
Okay.
And then they went to Vegas and celebrated it in Vegas.
You got
something along those lines.
You got a boogie though right after midnight to make it and get on the ground.
They successfully had 3 New Year's Eves in one night. Yeah.
I feel like not to disparage your friend.
Yeah.
I feel like that couldn't have been fueled on just alcohol.
No. I can't speak for anyone on that plane. But there's also, you're allowed to sleep on the plane. You want to.
Well, you sleep from Australia, but you're not sleeping when you go from New York to Vegas.
No, you're definitely not. All right, I just wanted to put it out there because it is New Year's, and I know you guys are all getting ready to celebrate. We work. That's what we do. We're workers. I did notice, one of those year-end things, and I love watching this. It comes out at the end of every year. The top 100 televised or shows on television this year. 96 of the 100 were all sporting events, and 88 of them were NFL games. All right?
Yeah.
So the question is, if 96 out of the 100 most watched events on television this year were sporting events, do you have any idea of the 4 that weren't?
Ooh. Well, not off the top. I mean,
you want to take this away? I'm going to tell you, I'm not going to play this out too long. But you want to take a random guess of a televised event that would have been one of the 4 that were in the top 100 that were not sporting.
Was it something political? Was it something political?
2 of them were political.
Was it
actually
something with the swearing in?
Yes, the Trump inauguration was one of the 4. That's a good guess. I'm assuming you got help on that. But that was one of the 4.
How? We have the same earpiece. How do I get help? From what? From who? See?
I'm gonna give you the second political one because I don't think I wouldn't have gotten it either.
Okay.
The second political one was Trump's speech to the joint houses of Congress.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
So knock that one out. So Trump's got 2 of the top 100.
All right.
The other 2, you were in town for it.
I was in town for it?
You were in New York City for this event.
What the heck?
Top 100 televised event of 2025. You and your wife were in town for it.
Really?
Yes.
Was it? No. I have no.
The Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Oh.
The Macy's Parade is one of the top 100 viewed events on television this year. You and your wife were in person for it.
Yes.
That's right.
Listen, I like the parade.
Which is frankly grounds for divorce, but that's your business.
I enjoyed the parade.
No, you didn't.
Did.
You told me off air you hated it.
I did not.
And the 4th event, the Academy Awards.
Okay.
So people still give a rat's ass about movies and movie awards.
Yeah,
even though nobody goes to movies anymore.
But they still watch
it.
It's
all Netflix awards.
and streaming and stuff like that. I don't know if it's good or bad. The NFL's hold on it. But going by what you've talked about today, I actually think as a society, I'm not, because people get very upset if you talk about the NFL sometimes.
Right.
If those people are in charge, we're all in trouble. I just feel very comfortable saying that. If the people in charge of the NFL are in charge of all of our entertainment, we're in trouble.
Yes.
Because these are not the most competent people outside of football. They don't do anything else good.
It also means that we're sheep.
Yeah.
Right? And we no longer watch television for anything other than live events. We're live event people.
Right.
Right? Because if you like, look, I just fell in love with the show Blacklist.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see a single episode when that show aired.
Right.
But now I'm on season 2 now, and the show's been off the air for 7 years.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So Blacklist didn't get me as a viewer. I'll give you another one. Suits. All right? I didn't see a single episode of Suits.
Me neither.
Until I saw it on TikTok.
Let me tell you, once I started seeing it on TikTok, Suits was a good show, Jack.
Yeah,
I should have
and
been watching
one of my closest friends in the world now is one of the stars of Suits.
Who?
Rick Hoffman.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Well, come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
And a funny story, they booked him as a guest on my radio show, and I have no recollection of it.
Wait a minute. So you had him on the show.
When Suits was a show, I guess on NBC. Or Fox, or
USA. Same
USA,
family as
all right, so
NBC,
real quick. I know it's not sports, but just real quick.
Yeah.
So I was very good friends with the president of USA Network.
Okay.
And I appeared as myself on a couple USA Network shows.
Okay.
All right? And I filmed a pilot for USA Network. They were dabbling with the idea of doing a late night show.
Oh.
So Chris McCumber's his name. He was the president of USA Network. He came to me, and I filmed a late night pilot for USA Network. They didn't pick it up. The show never happened. But because of my relationship with the network, they put me on a bunch of their shows, okay? And then they booked Rick Hoffman on my radio show, New York. I had never seen Suits. I didn't know who Rick was, and I never watched Suits after he came on the show. Fast forward a decade, legitimately a decade, okay?
Right.
I'm a big TikTok guy. We have 200,000 followers on TikTok. I love TikTok videos, right? All of a sudden, I'm seeing this show Suits on TikTok. I had no idea that Rick was on my radio show. We become very close personal friends, and he's like, what a great world. 10 years ago, I was a guest on your show.
And you're like, what?
And now we're friends.
And you're like, what?
And I'm like, when were you on my radio
What radio show?
Exactly right.
What? You sure?
In any event, that's why TV's got a problem.
Yeah.
I now digest TV through apps, not through TV.
Yeah.
And that's just the way it goes. So anyhow, that's the top 96 of the top 100 viewed shows this year, sports. And of that, the majority of those were football games.
Yeah, there's just something about it. And I like football. I want to say I love football. I just want to make it clear. The NFL I have some issues with. I just wonder what this will mean going forward if those guys are the ones in charge.
Yeah, I can't
That's
answer
what I'm
that.
saying.
And one other quick, now I got a minute here, guys?
Yeah,
Still
you got
no?
time. You got time.
I got a minute?
Yeah.
Speaking of social media and all that, ChatGPT predicted the next 50 Super Bowl champions.
Oh,
okay.
All right.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, it's great if you're an Eagles fan. Yeah, he's got the Eagles. They got the Eagles winning 2 more Super Bowls.
2 more.
Yeah, they got the Chiefs winning 3 more Super Bowls.
Wow.
They got the Patriots winning 3 more Super Bowls. All right.
Yeah.
But they also have the London Monarchs winning a Super Bowl.
They're not an NFL team.
They're not an NFL team.
They used to be a World League team back in the day.
And this is what that means, Tyrone. That means that ChatGPT has figured out what I've been saying for a long time. The NFL is going to expand to Europe. Like, the reason they're playing games in Europe and Germany and Brazil and other countries is not just to have a one-off game. It's to prove that people, even expatriates and even people from those countries, would have an interest in watching American football. It's going to be like a 10-year kind of game plan. Let's keep building and building and building games in other countries so that when we announce a European division, we've already built up fan bases in those countries. So ChatGPT has figured that out. Very smart, ChatGPT. And they're acknowledging that in the next 50 years, so the next generation, there is not only going to be a European division, but a European team is going to win a Super Bowl.
That would be really cool.
No,
that would
it
be
would
really
not.
cool. Now, but what about your team? Because you mentioned a bunch of other teams.
So they did have my team in there.
And?
I'll be dead and gone.
No. What? Do you have
They
one?
said that the Jets were going to win the 2064 Super Bowl.
Wow.
So that's me in my Wesley Walker jersey right there.
Wow. There you go. You don't look too bad for a guy that
By
age.
the way, I'll take that because in how many years from now is that? 40 more years?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm going to be 100.
See? There you go.
Woo! I got a Super Bowl coming my way.
The champagne pops. The clock strikes 12. But New Year's isn't won at midnight. It's won on the gridiron. Every snap, every number, every edge that matters. Don't just watch the ball drop. Watch the odds drop. College football playoff coverage. Live lines. Smart analysis. All New Year's Day. Only on SportsGrid.
I mean, they couldn't get the Arizona State coach to come out. They couldn't get the BYU coach to leave their job. I mean, it's just very odd, I feel, when we watch this whole thing play out and try and really understand what happened here with Michigan not being able to make some of the splashier hires that they thought they were going to be able to make.
Game time decisions only on SportsGrid.
They have by far the highest ceiling out of any team in the league. Elite talent, NBA shot making, versatility, and the best coach in the league in John Shire. They can beat you in multiple ways. Half court, full court, running gun, walk it up. And they out-execute you, maybe except for that game versus Texas Tech.
College basketball today, only on SportsGrid.
I know exactly what Patriot Nation is screaming this morning. It's Drake May time. Give him the trophy. MVP. Stop it, please. Just sit down. Yes, Drake May has had a nice season. But let's be real. He has played a JV schedule of defenses. He is carving up the easiest slate of defenses in the NFL this season. Congratulations on your beatdown of the Jets.
The early line, only on SportsGrid.
Hi, welcome back to the Craig Carton Show. Feeling for all you people in Syracuse right now. In the last 24 hours, Syracuse, New York has gotten 22 inches of snow. And in December, they're closing in now on 7 feet of snow. And I'll never forget when I first went to Syracuse, I saw all the no parking signs on the local roads were like 10 feet up in the air. I'm like, that's odd. Why would you have a sign that you can't see it at eye level?
Right.
And one of the people that I met at Syracuse my freshman year said the reason those signs are so high is because when they plow the streets, the snowbanks are so high, they want you to know you can or cannot park there.
Yeah.
But 7 feet of snow in December, which is actually a record in Syracuse, and no joke, in the last 24 hours, they've gotten just under 2 feet of snow. So I feel for everybody in Syracuse right now. Kind of locked in.
You can't keep up with that. They were saying it was falling at more than 3 inches per hour.
Which is crazy,
per
right?
hour. It's
Then
crazy.
I went from there thinking about Buffalo, where I worked my first job and lived in a retirement home and made $12,000 a year. Buffalo, this is the final game at what's now called Highmark Stadium. It was Rich Stadium for so many years. They have the new stadium opening up, next year. That was one of the most fun stadiums and parking lots I've ever been to. I lived in Buffalo for just under a year, and it was Rich Stadium for a very, very long time. Became Highmark Stadium, but I think it's been there for 53 years. Where the Buffalo Bills have played football in that stadium, and that stadium will see its final game this weekend.
Yeah, they even made a Hallmark movie this year about the old stadium and building the new stadium. It's full propaganda mode, and allegedly, even though the fans paid for it, they're claiming they're happy about it.
Well, look, it's a new stadium, and that means suites and amenities and all the stuff that goes with it. But that's one of the great stadiums. I was in the end zone during the game against the Oilers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
the Frank Wright
Steve
game.
Christie hits the game-winning field goal. It's the Frank Wright game. But a lot of people forget about that Bills win over Warren Moon and Houston was that not only was Jim Kelly not playing in that game, Bruce Smith did not play in that game. I don't think Darryl Talley played in that game. Thurman Thomas did not play in that game. None of the Bills stars were in that game. And it's still the greatest comeback, obviously, in NFL history. And I'll never forget, I had 2 hot dogs, all right? One hot dog I ate.
Okay.
The other hot dog was in my jacket pocket.
Okay.
All right? When the Bills come back and Steve Christie hits the game-winning field goal, the ball came into the end zone where I'm sitting.
Okay.
No, I was nowhere near the ball, but just from a vantage standpoint, that's where my seat was. And I had lived in Buffalo, so while I'm a diehard Jet fan, Buffalo was very accepting of me and the guys on the team I became friendly with, Jim Kelly and those guys. So I felt like I was happy that the Bills won.
Of course.
Plus, I'm in their stadium with Bills fans,
There
right?
you feel the energy at that point.
I saved the hot dog.
You saved the hot dog?
Yes.
Why?
Because to me, it was a good luck hot dog.
So you thought, because of this, they're going to win the Super Bowl this year.
I brought that hot dog with me when I moved to Cleveland. When I moved to Philadelphia, I still had that hot dog.
Not the bread.
The bread, the whole thing.
It's all moldy.
They used to sell it in there like these kind of silver foil kind of things, which kind of retain the heat in it.
Yeah.
I kept it in my freezer. Yeah.
You kept it.
So when I first got to Philly, which is 1993, the hot dog came with.
So where's the hot dog now?
I got married.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
And
that's the answer. No, that's the whole answer. That's the whole answer. Yeah.
There are certain things women don't appreciate.
Yeah.
That men totally understand.
Of course, you keep it
I
forever.
had a good luck hot dog.
Right.
In my freezer for a long time.
Yeah, I was wondering, could you cover it with some resin and put it in a little case or something like that? But
And that brings me to the NFL Hall of Fame. You guys all saw the finalists. We're not one of those shows where we're going to debate, the candidacy of, 20 dudes for the Hall of Fame. But something did happen in that world that is interesting to me. 2 things happened. Number one, all the Eli Manning apologists come out of the woodwork, right? And all the Eli Manning apologists are like, well, we know he's only a 500 quarterback. We know he didn't make the doesn't have a single playoff win in any year of his career other than the 2 years he won the Super Bowl. But man, he's one of the great big name quarterbacks of all time.
Big game.
And he won 2 Super Bowl MVPs. How is he not in the Hall of Fame? Whatever, dude. Debate it, don't debate it. I'm one of these guys. I don't think he's a Hall of Famer, but when he gets in, I don't care. Good for him. Why would I be upset? Eli Manning becomes the Hall of Famer. I'm upset with Eli Manning about something else.
Oh yeah? What's that?
Yeah, so I have a great relationship with Dunkin' Donuts.
Okay.
And Dunkin' Donuts bestowed upon me one of the great gifts I've ever received. Dunkin' Donuts created their version of a black card. Carvel's had it quite famously. And what a black card gives you is unlimited Dunkin' Donuts.
Okay.
All right? So one of the top guys at Dunkin' Donuts gave me the first ever and only Dunkin' Donuts black card.
You just go anywhere.
Wherever I want to go. I go to Dunkin' Donuts, it's free. Okay? And you don't take advantage of it.
And now that they changed the name to Dunkin', do they get out on a technicality?
No. It's all good.
Just
It's
making
all good.
sure. Like,
So then my radio partner at the time was Jealous, Boomer Esiason, and he wanted one.
okay.
So, all right, you're my partner. I'm very good to my people. I'm like, I went to Dunkin', I said, can you get Boomer a Dunkin'? They gave him one, right?
All right.
So Boomer and I have the only two people in the world that have Dunkin' Donuts black cards.
All right.
Well, at the time, Eli Manning was and probably may still be, I don't know, a spokesperson for Dunkin' Donuts.
All right.
Well, Eli was a fan of our show. He lives in New Jersey. He knows who we are, obviously. Eli Manning called up the VP of Dunkin' Donuts marketing and said, are Boomer and Carton spokespeople? Now, we had a deal on the radio,
Right.
but we didn't do TV commercials for them.
Right.
And the answer was no, they're not national spokespersons.
But you were doing a New York show at the time. It makes,
we rep Dunkin' Donuts in New York, right? Not nationally, okay? And Eli said, well, if they have a black card, I want one. Now, the difference there is that Dunkin' Donuts paid Eli like $1 million.
Right. You
can go buy a donut.
Right. You have the money.
If you want the Dunkin' Donuts hot chocolate, which is the best hot chocolate on the planet, you can go buy it.
Right.
But he demanded a black card, and they gave him one. So Eli Manning got the third black card, and then when he got it, another football player said, I want a black card.
Oh.
And that was Gronk.
So now
Gronk got a black card.
With his big bank account.
Yeah, it gets better. And then two huge sports fans found out that Gronk had the black card. Gronk found out because Eli had it. Eli found out because I had it. So all of a sudden, Ben Affleck and Matt Damon got black
With
cards.
all the money they got?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Now this is out of control.
I got the first one. Matt Damon got the fifth one.
You know what? You're right, Craig. Eli Manning's not a Hall of Fame quarterback. Not a Hall of Fame leader. Not a Hall of Fame guy.
And that is a true story. And if you ever meet any of those guys, you can ask him that story. Coming up, Power 5 and Tyro's picks right after this.
Let's play a little buy or sell. I think it's pretty evident that despite being one of the best tight ends in the history of the NFL, Travis Kelce's play and physicality and everything, with all due respect, took a big step back. This was easily his worst physical season of all. He just didn't look like himself. Travis Kelce will retire after the season. Buy or sell?
Yeah, I'm probably 60-40 on this that he retires. The only thing I'd say that maybe he returns is because he doesn't want to end the way it ended, not making the playoffs and that sort of thing. But let's just say for Eagles at Mahomes, he isn't going to be ready for September or October. And unless they get a really good veteran quarterback, maybe he doesn't want to deal with that either. Go through a training camp and you may not make the playoffs either next year. So I'm probably 60-40. I think he's done. Too bad. Hall of Fame career. I guess good luck with Travis Swift and your podcast with Jason.
I'm buying this. Andy Reid addressing this question this week. Why? He could have just deferred and said, I don't know, we'll see. Fully answered the question about this maybe being his last game. What does that tell you? He knows. Everybody knows. I'm not 60-40, 90-10. I'm on buy. Bo Nix versus Caleb Williams. You'd rather have Nix over Caleb Williams in a dynasty league.
That's a tough one. I think I'm going to go Caleb here, mainly because he has more running ability than Nix. I think he'll also say healthier than Nix. I might like his receivers more as well. He's got Dunze. He's got you got DJ Moore. You got the good tight ends here. Probably do lean towards Williams here. Not by a hell of a lot. It wouldn't be an easiest choice here, but I'm going to go with Caleb Williams here.
I would agree. It's not that I think that Ben Johnson is a better coach than Sean Payton. I think Ben Johnson is better for Caleb Williams than Sean Payton will be for Bo Nix. I think running is going to be a big part of what Denver does in the future. So there you go. I'll sell.
Fantasy Sports Today. Friday starting at 3 p.m. Only on SportsGrid.
Hi, welcome back to the Craig Carton Show. Final segment of 2025 and a final thought on Eli Manning. When Eli Manning gets in, and he's going to get in at some point because of the Super Bowl success, he'll have more losses than any quarterback in the Hall of Fame.
That is fact.
Period. Stop.
That is fact.
No other quarterback that's currently in the Hall of Fame has as many losses as Eli Manning has.
That is correct.
And that's it. But look, and I'm going to ask Ethan, our producer. You're not going to hear him. I'll relay his answer to you. Because Ethan's a big Eli Manning should be in the Hall of Fame guy.
He is. Because
of the 2 Super Bowls. Obviously, there's no other reason for it. So I would just ask you a quick question. If Trent Dilfer won a second Super Bowl, would you put him in the Hall of Fame? See, he doesn't have an answer.
No,
he answers the question.
Hemming and hawing. Hemming and hawing.
If Brad Johnson had another Super Bowl win, would he be in the Hall of Fame? He's again. Questions. No more questions.
Did answer. He refuses.
All right. Time now for your Power 5, the second to last Power 5 for this NFL season. And then we'll get to Tyrone's final pick segment of the year as well. Coming in at number 5, and this changes every week. Next week will be our final edition of this, of course. The Seattle Seahawks at number 5. They, of course, play San Francisco. Winner gets the number 1 seed. And I think it's going to be San Francisco, of course.
Okay, we'll see. I think they're disrespected at number 5. Because they're the 1 seed, they got 5th.
I tell you why. The last big game Sam Darnold played in, he threw 9 interceptions.
All right.
I got to see Sam Darnold be the reason they win a playoff game. And look, I love what they've done. I love McDonald. Okay. Defense is stout. Very good football team. I don't think they're going to beat San Francisco. I need to see Sam Darnold money up in a playoff game.
Fair enough, okay? but this list I think is going to be shaky now.
All right, number 4, the LA Rams. All right, LA Rams obviously.
Fresh off a loss.
Still
in the top 5.
Stafford, they're going to get Devontae Adams back for the playoffs, of course. I also think they're going to have an easy first-round matchup against Carolina or Tampa. The way it sits right now, that's an easy road win for them. And then they become the team nobody wants to see. And I think they have the MVP of the league at quarterback in Matthew Stafford. Number 3, let's stay home in the same division. The San Francisco 49ers. When San Francisco beats Seattle, I think they will. This weekend, they're the number 1 seed in the NFC. They stay home and they get the bye. That's a very dangerous situation.
And the Super Bowl's also in their home stadium, so we'll see what happens on Sunday and see if you're correct.
Number 2, the LA Chargers. You know I'm a Harbaugh guy.
Another team fresh off a loss.
That's okay.
And they moved up.
I don't judge them based on a single game. Chargers can run the football now.
Yeah.
Justin Herbert's playing great. You got a great coach. We all know that, obviously. And they're sitting everybody. They're using this week as a bye week to get healthy for the playoff run. They made the playoffs last year. Obviously got eliminated early.
And they were poor in that game. Very poor in that game.
Herbert needs to have a legacy moment.
Yeah.
And I think this is the year he has a legacy moment in the postseason. So I have the Chargers at number 2.
All right.
Who's number 1?
Well, I think I know because
is it your Philadelphia Eagles?
Well, I know it's not them.
It is not the Eagles.
But I know who just beat the Chargers. So if the Chargers are 2 and a team just beat them, that team has to be 1.
The number 1 team with 1 week to go, the Houston Texans.
The team that just beat the Chargers.
They are I'm telling you right now, the way they started the season, you thought it was a wrap.
0-3.
They figured it out. Obviously, C.J. Stroud is getting better as the season's gone on post-concussion. Their offense is now dangerous.
They can block all of a sudden.
They're the best defense in all of football.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you now, I would not be surprised if you see the Houston Texans in the Super Bowl. I don't think there's a dominant AFC team, all due respect to New England and Denver. But the reality is that the Houston Texans are the team nobody wants to face. We're running out of time. Tyrone's got a 3-pack of picks. Obviously, please wager responsibly. Don't start the year off in a major financial hole. Take it away.
Yes, I'm tied in knots about the college game, so I'm giving you 3 NFL games about the Miami-Ohio State game. I don't know.
Tonight, 7:30, by the way.
I'm going with the
big underdog Miami.
I like the Bucks. -3 versus the Panthers, which means now that Atlanta game's going to matter.
Yes.
So Saturday, that will not get
It's
settled.
Atlanta, New Orleans. The winner of that game dictates which of these 2 teams actually gets in. Go.
Absolutely. Then I like the Seahawks -1.5 at the 49ers. Why are they road favorites? Why are they road favorites?
Makes no sense.
Because they're going to win
Makes
the
no
game.
sense.
The line tells me Seahawks minus 1.5 at the 49ers.
Sound logic.
Yeah. And then I have the Ravens minus 3.5 at the Steelers. Again, why are they road favorites?
Yeah.
I like them as well.
I like that
on the
one.
road.
I like that one, and I like your first one and your third one.
Why the Seahawks favorites on the road after throwing 100 picks?
I got no answer.
The line screaming. It's screaming to me to take that side.
Well, thank you so much for supporting us on September 4th. We have great content coming your way next year. Have a safe, have a healthy, have an amazing New Year's Eve tonight. Stay out of trouble. We'll be back tomorrow, off on Friday, and then a full slate of shows starting on Monday. Thank you so much for watching. Have a blessed New Year, and nothing but the best for all of you.